This Coast to Coast Entertainment Network program is brought to you by Beside Me Bracelets. Our bracelets are handmade for any occasion. Use the promo code Coast to Coast for 15% off. Visit their website at besideme.com. Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry. With 24-hour shopping available, use the code 160920 and show her some love, like she showed us. Reaper Apparel Company, a commitment to live your most authentic way every single day. Visit reaperapparelco.com for more information and a look at all of their apparel offerings. And by Good Day Embroidery, your local source for custom embroidery, screen printing, and more. Log on to gooddayembroidery.com for more information.
Hello, and are you there, Chris? You're on mute, Chris.
I'm here.
Okay.
Oh. You good?
Yep.
All right. Welcome to Between the Ropes here on Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. I'm Chris Bacon. You're with Big B. How you doing, Big B?
I'm doing good. Just caught the Raw today, but caught that critical Game 7 between the Blue Jays and the Mariners. Sorry for all my Mariner fans. Hope I'm not bursting your guys' bubble, but the Blue Jays won, going on to face the dreaded Dodgers in the World Series. But let's talk some wrestling.
Yeah, let's talk some wrestling. Sounds like a good game. Good for the Toronto Blue Jays. I know it's been a while for them to, be to the World Series, but we'll talk about that another time. We have Thomas in the chat saying good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Thomas.
So we were discussing backstage about the Battle Royal because that happened on Raw tonight to crown the I guess the number one contendership matchup for Saturday night's main event in 2 weeks. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed were in it, then they weren't in it, then they were in it, we think. I think it was Big B saying he's not sure.
I don't remember them coming out. I mean, maybe I missed something. I know in 2 days I'll be getting a little bit older, and I know my mind's going, but I think they should have been in it. But overall, I mean, the Battle Royal was good. I mean, there's obvious some guys that you knew weren't going to win. There's some guys that got eliminated early that you thought maybe might have won. But the final four came down to LA Knight, the Usos, and Dom. Jay eliminated Jimmy and LA Knight together. I actually thought at that point that Dom was actually going to win this one. I don't know why, but when it was just down to them two, I'm like, oh, they're going to find a way for Dom to win this for some reason. But Jay kind of did his maneuvering and tossed Dom out. So we got Jay versus CM Punk for the title in a couple weeks at Saturday night's main event, which should be a good match. So
yeah, it should be. They're making Saturday night's main event feel a little special, a little bit better.
Yep.
Thomas is saying it's been a while since I've been able to chat.
Yeah, we've been hit or miss, Thomas. Just some things have come up, but glad you're back. Thanks for the early birthday wishes. But yeah, it's Saturday night's main event's going to be a good one. They got some good matches planned. So we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, we will definitely see where it goes. Were you surprised that they dropped the belt off of Rollins?
Well, I mean, it just shows that yes, his injury is legit. Because I think if they would have kept it on him, then everybody would have kind of questioned if it was a legit injury or they're just pulling their eyes over, or pulling a fast one again. So I'm glad they pulled the belt now, so it does look like it's a legit injury. So, but I was kind of hoping. I mean, I was kind of. I think it would be funny if they would have, had Bronson, at the beginning of the show, Pierce asked for the belt. I think it would have been funny if Bronson or Braun Breaker would have said nope and would have walked out with it or something, and kind of kept it hostage or something for a while.
Yeah, that would be funny. It'd be something they would do.
Yeah,
I think. But we do have another one, contender battle going on. We have new tag team champions.
Yeah, that one.
AJ Styles and Dragon Lee.
Yeah, that kind of shocked me a little bit. But they got to do something with Judgment Day. I mean, it's kind of getting old. I think they kind of ran their course. I think this is the start of the break. Hey guys, it's been a long day for me. I'm actually kind of surprised that AJ and Dragon Lee are the ones that took the titles off of them. I thought maybe they would have gave it to more of an established tag team to take the titles off of them. But I think this is just a stepping stone for Judgment Day to fall before Liv Morgan comes back. I don't know her due date to come back, but it just looks like it's starting to crumble now.
Yeah. Thomas is saying Saturday night's main event will be good for the first Peacock exclusive. Yeah, it's not going to be on NBC and Peacock. It's Peacock.
Okay. Yeah, we know how they like to start, put the fireworks on the first show of the network. So it'll be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah. It will be. I think the breakup to the Judgment Day is coming.
Yeah. Writing's on the wall. Looks like we're. Yep, I'm here. I don't know if it's you lagging or me lagging. One of us are lagging.
No, mine cut out for a second. What were you saying?
I just I forgot what I was saying. Something with Judgment Day. So, but we can move on.
Yeah, we can move on there. We have Dominic Mysterio defeating Rusev in the Intercontinental Championship match.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good one. It was a good match. I mean, I've been big on Dom since he first came in. I mean, give him some time. I kind of like his character, so him breaking away from Judgment Day, if that happens, it'll be kind of interesting to see if they push him to being a face or if they push him to be a heel. And it'll be interesting to see what happens when he's on his own, I think. But I think the smart move is to keep the titles on him and kind of push him to, be that heel, cocky, two-belt champion. So, yeah, we'll see where it goes and who's going to take those titles off of him.
Yeah, I think in a couple weeks, Dominic defends his AAA championship belt. I forgot against who, but that's what's going on there. And who knows what will happen down the line with Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Thomas is saying, "Are you okay, Big B? Having technical difficulties?"
Yeah, it must be on my end. Internet's always hit or miss. We love technology.
Yeah, and technology is good when it works, and
Yep.
it doesn't work half the time. We also had Maxine Dupree defeat Becky Lynch by disqualification in a women's intercontinental title match.
Yeah, another good match, another way for Becky to keep the title. I was actually kind of thinking that since Seth is going to be out, that they might have put the title on Maxine just to get Becky off the show for a while, but sometimes that doesn't work. Maybe she gets another title match down the road soon for her to get written off, but they need to not necessarily push Maxie, but they gotta push some newer women stars to get them in the title pictures.
Well, I don't think Maxine ever lost it. She won both matches by disqualification.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. So she won the first one by a count out, and then she won this one by DQ. So yeah, she's 2-0. There's got to be a third match.
I say make it no disqualification, no count out.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Because that's how she won both of them.
Yeah.
But who knows what could happen? Thomas is saying, "I'm happy that Maxine is getting a nice push."
Yeah, I think it's nice that they, like I said, they got to start showcasing some of these other ladies to get us believing that they're there for, wrestling and stuff like that. Because I know a lot of people are going to get sick of Becky and Charlotte and Bailey, and they want to see some new talent, Raquel and Rhea and stuff like that. So they gotta push people in.
They do. I agree with that. Thomas is saying, if Becky is healthy, they're not going to take her off TV just because Seth is hurt.
Yeah, Thomas is right. They're not just going to write her off because she's not healthy, unless that's something she wants to do. And Seth wants to do.
Enough.
Yeah, but and who knows? Maybe it's a shoulder injury or whatever that Seth's dealing with. Maybe he's still traveling and doing that thing. But yeah, they're not going to write her off. Unless that's something she wants.
Thomas is also saying they should make the stipulation too, where if Becky gets disqualified, then she loses her title.
Yeah, that's something that we could see happen too. Disqualification costs the champ the title. We've seen that in many matches.
Maybe you put that in the contract, but you don't mention it until it happens.
Yeah, normally it's the guys that are sneaky with that. It'd be interesting to see them sneak one in like that with the women.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh wait, we already did that one.
Yeah.
But no, I would like to see a stipulation too. We had the women's world champion Stephanie Vecchier go up against Roxanne Perez, and Stephanie won. Kind of like Maxine. It's good to see these two getting pushed, especially Stephanie, because she is the champion, and unlike SmackDown, they're not really using. I mean, they're using Tiffany, but Julia, they're not really using too much.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing I've been saying is maybe in some cases maybe they need to think of just a woman's show once in a while just to get the women notoriety, like the pay per view they do every year or every couple of years. Is just push these women a little bit more. I mean, they got enough men talent that we see them every day. So yeah, it's nice to see some of the Valkyrie get the push and keep that title on her.
Well, and I know too when they didn't have the roster split, it was just all one roster. I know it's hard now because it's kind of full, but you just had one champion. You had the mid cards, the US and the intercontinental, and then your tags. Maybe they should do that.
Yeah, maybe, but well, Tom, I mean, I haven't heard anything or read anything. I guess I should say nothing's been posted, but hopefully she's not hurt, and hopefully if she is hurt, it's not that serious. And maybe that might have caused a run in for Raquel, and then for um what's her name, Bella, to come in and make the save. I mean,
Yeah, I haven't heard that she was hurt.
Yeah.
I heard.
Yeah, and we'll find out more in the days to come.
Yeah. And then we had the Battle Royal. We had like Dominic Mysterio, Jey Uso, CM Punk on commentary. Penta was in there. LA Knight was in there. Otis, Tozawa. It was half the big names and half mid card people.
Yeah.
To be expected.
Yeah, it was just it also too shows that they had to flip the script a little bit just because of the injury to Seth. So it was something they probably just like, well, we'll just do this, fill it in, make the title on SmackDown. So
I bet these were the plans a lot. Like they're gonna have a year from now. But they just had to move it quickly.
I don't know. I would say a year from now, maybe. I mean, maybe they would have had, or they definitely would have had the match of Seth versus Punk Seth versus Punk at Saturday Night's main event. Maybe if Punk walks away with the championship, then okay, Punk was always meant to walk away with it. They just had to speed it up a little bit to make the title change. So nothing big.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I bet they had the plan all along of, okay, when they break up, we're gonna have a battle royal to see who wins and all that stuff. Not necessarily who would face who, but just like the alternate of what would happen if they broke up.
Yeah.
Thomas is saying it's time for WWE to call up some NXT girls as Tiffany has no real challengers.
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple that jumped to mind. I did see a post or rumor that Jordan Grace is going to get that call up. I'm trying to think of the other one I saw. I can't remember her name, but there was rumors that there was going to be a few matches of call ups. So Jordan Grace is probably one of them. Olafemi is going to be another one that I saw rumored. So we'll see what happens coming up here.
Yeah. it will be interesting to see who does get called up and when do they. I'm thinking probably the night after SummerSlam. I mean, not SummerSlam, Survivor Series. You'll see a few of them.
Yeah. I mean, I can see that. I can see a couple of them. Depending on how they're doing Survivor Series. I mean, we still haven't really seen a new push, or it seems like the Seth Rollins injury with the vision breaking up, I think, kind of just derailed a lot of things, and they got to rewrite a lot of things.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll figure it
out. Thomas, you brought up some good names. Parker, Jordan. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to see her come up. I mean, she's a double champ down there. I mean, they can always bring her up in spots and, see what she can do, but I think she still needs to be down there for a little bit. And Ziara, I think that's her tag partner. Am I right, Chris? I can't remember. Yeah. I would actually like to see Zara and Jordan Grace become a tag team. I think that would just be...
The one advantage, I guess you could say, about the women's tag titles or the tag division is that you do bounce around from brand to brand, competing. And you do get that spotlight on the Smackdown or Raw to see what you have. And I think that helps in their sense. Yeah, they're still in NXT, but you're being kind of called up to a brand.
Yeah. I mean, I think those are going to be the four that get called up. I mean, if I was to guess, I would keep Solo down there, but yeah, Jordan and Ziara, I think that would be a killer tag team. Just one mean tag team.
They do look it.
Yeah.
Speaking of SmackDown, last Friday was SmackDown. Sami Zayn had his open challenge, and his open challenge competitor was the returning Ilya Dragunov. And apparently, we know that Sami lost and took the title off, gave it to Ilya. But that was Sami's plan. Sami called for it.
Really? Okay. I mean, that's kind of a shocker. So maybe Sammy's dealing with some health issues or just wants to take some time away. But, yeah, I mean, honestly,
Ilya's been out for a year, and I think he wanted to, make him stronger by winning his first match back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy for Dragunov. Got his win. I was shocked to see that the title actually changed hands, but Sammy's one of those guys that I don't want to say needs the title to be relevant, but I also don't think he's that qualified to be a champ, I guess. I mean, maybe a tag champ or something, but to have a solo title, just, I don't know. I mean, we're sitting here talking wrestling. We're not really behind the scenes. And I like Sammy's work. I think he does a great job.
Yeah. Yeah. He is good, and I'm sure he's going to win the Rumble in January.
Oh, calling an early pick, huh?
Well, it's in his... Wasn't he like... I don't know the history of all of that, Saudi Arabia and him and all that, but...
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. But there's that, and I think there's going to be... There's rumors of a War Game match between the MFT Solos group and the Wyatt Six. The Wyatt Six need another member, and they might be looking to take in Sammy.
Yeah,
that's the rumor.
Yeah, I kind of saw that a little bit, and that might be the plan B, is to bring Wyatt 6 and MFTs to the War Games, So, but I mean that
And
makes a yeah.
even Thomas is kind of saying it.
MFT versus Sammy Dragunov, Ray Phoenix. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. I mean, right now, like I said last week, with the Vision breaking up, it kind of just threw a wrench into everybody's prediction on what they thought War Games was going to be about. So,
Yeah, it did. There's all these predictions, and it's fun to have predictions. We'll probably have some here coming up with a Saturday night pay-per-view for NXT
yeah.
as Halloween's coming up soon. Let's see. Thomas is saying,
Yeah, I think it'll be Sammy and the White Six. I don't think it'll just let two of them wrestle and the other two not. I think it's either going to be all or nothing.
well, you have to have that one. You have to have one replace Nikki.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Sammy replace Nikki, and then you go at that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But let's talk about Andrade for a minute because he was in WWE for about a year or two.
yeah, he came back. Yep.
Been on and off in TV for a little bit, and then we haven't seen him for a while. Reports say that he had some, conflict with WWE and the wellness program. They took him off TV, basically suspended him without pay. He went to one of the arenas and got kicked out. Then we saw him on AEW. Then we have not. I guess they're not going to use him anymore. WWE said you broke clause technically, and instead of a 90-day without pay, no compete clause, it's going to be a year-long suspension or a no compete clause.
Yeah, I mean the contracts and stuff, and maybe WWE didn't think he was going to sign right away, but AEW brought him back, brought him out. A week after he got released, or 2 weeks after he got released. So, and we know WWE likes to throw those no complete clauses out there, and so it'll be interesting to see, if it's going to be a real 90 days or if this is going to be something Triple H and TKO sent out for a year, no compete clause because he violated it. I'm guessing there's a lot of behind the scenes courtship going on.
Right. Let's see. Thomas is asking, when was Bo Dallas's last match? That's a good question.
That is a good question.
November 19th, 2019. No, November 15th, 2019. On
really?
an episode of Smackdown. It was him versus
he's done. Okay, so he hasn't wrestled, but he's done some interactions since then.
It was actually Bo Dallas and Axel were attacked by Braun Strowman in what would be Dallas' final appearance in WWE under his current tenure.
Oh, I thought Uncle Howdy had a match recently.
On Crown Jewel in a tag team turmoil match.
Okay. All right. Internet doesn't lie, guys.
No, but I think that's interesting. I think he's done like tag matches and stuff, but
Well, that's what I'm saying. I thought he's wrestled before, and he's definitely gotten into altercations, and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
but
Going back to War Games, he doesn't know. I don't even know what the women's match would even be. Every year, we never know.
yeah, I mean that's the whole thing is, we are all focused on the guy side of things, and the women's side, who knows? They may not even have a women's War Games. I mean,
we know that we kind of know the matches in general, and then the War Games men's match, and that's it.
yeah.
He had to have or had a match recently. I don't know.
I thought he did too, Thomas. I thought he had a match recently as Uncle Howdy. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm just thinking of all the interactions he had, and so. But
see. I'm looking.
all right,
No, yeah, Uncle Howdy has not.
really? Okay, gotcha.
That's since December 9th of 2024.
Okay, so he's wrestled as Uncle
So
Howdy.
they're going off of the.
Gotcha. Okay.
No,
All right.
2024 was the last time he wrestled as Uncle Howdy.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, because I knew he wrestled, and then they took some time. He took some time off for something, and then they kind of wrote off Y6 for a while. They kind of been slowly bringing him back. So.
Yeah.
But.
No. This week or what was going on with Sting at WrestleDream?
So I mean, I didn't watch. I mean, I see the highlights.
Yeah.
Steen came back. Got in the match with. Yeah, but they always, money talks. So he helped Darby Allin beat John Moxley in an I Quit match. Yeah, I just think Sting's just there. I don't want to say catch a paycheck, but the name, bring some relativity to AEW, make the odds even with the Dark Raiders and Darby Allin. So.
And the fish tank and
yeah, they're doing some crazy stuff over there with these, bomb roar matches and blow up matches and the fish tank and I don't know. I mean, it's interesting to a point, but then it's just like, really, you're gonna bring that in,
And then a lot of people had to stay up till midnight watching it.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard there was some technical difficulties or something through it. So.
Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. So this Saturday is going to be Halloween Havoc for NXT. You're going to have JC Jane and Tatum Paxley for the NXT Women's Championship. You think it's going to be retained or new champ?
No, I think they're going to retain it. I think, yeah, I think the champ's going to retain.
Yeah. The NXT and only the NXT Tag Team Championship is up for grabs as the Hardy Boys will go up against Dark State again.
Yeah, Dark State's got to got to get those belts back. I still think it was just a kind of BS that they had the Hardys beat them, but yeah, I think Dark State will win those titles back.
Nobody loves Dark State. Nobody.
I don't mind them.
I don't either. You have Ricky Saints and Trick Williams for the NXT Championship. We know at Bound for Glory, Trick Williams lost that championship at the pay-per-view. What did you see Bound for Glory or?
I just saw highlights. Yeah, I just saw highlights. It looked like a good one, but
yeah. But that championship's up for grabs. I think Ricky Saints retains it. Trick Williams could get caught up at any time.
yeah, I think it's too early to take it off for Saints, so Ricky keeps it. But yeah, Trick's due for a call up. So we'll see where that goes. I mean, that would be a good one. He gets called up, they pair him back up with Mello to go up against Miz and somebody else. So
yeah. Ethan Page is going up against Dr. Wagner Jr. from AAA in a Day of the Dead match for the NXT North American Championship. Long story short, I believe that's a no disqualification match.
yeah, I still think Page is going to retain that title.
Me too. Thomas is saying that the Hardys will retain. JC is retaining, but I can see Blake winning.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Thomas.
True. And he's happy for Mike Santana over on NXT.
Oh yeah, Mike Santana deserved that title. He's put in a lot of work. He's got to be like almost the last true TNA guy they have there. I mean, I know there's a few others, but he's been there forever. So definitely a good moment for him to bring that title back.
Yeah, because you had him, you had the Hardys, you had the Dudleys.
Yeah, I think Santana's been there the longest. So.
Yeah. And on the Call Your Shot trophy, can that be put up for grabs for one person? I know they have a co-champ, but
yeah, I don't know how that's going to work with that Call Your Shot, but
they need to put one winner up there.
Yeah,
but I don't know if that's possible.
It'll probably come down to a triple threat sometime down the road.
But there's two winners.
That's what I'm saying. They'll come down to a triple threat. They'll both want the title, and then Morales will be like, "Fine, we'll just make it a triple threat match." So
I see. Yeah. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
And then Blake Monroe will challenge for Soruka's Women's North American Championship match. If they don't want to call up Soruka, I can see her retaining. But if they want to call her up, she can easily, get rid of the title.
Yeah, I'm with you, Chris, on that. If they want to call her up, she drops it. If they don't want to call her up, then I think she retains. So that'll be kind of iffy.
Yeah. I don't think the Blake Monroe match might have an interference.
Yeah. It could be.
I don't have anything.
So I got a couple things. So
okay.
So and Thomas, I'm glad you're here, Thomas, because you can give us a lot of input on this one. Sasha Banks, aka the CEO, aka Monet Money, whatever, just won her 12th promotion title. I guess I'm just lost on why every promotion's giving her the title. I mean, now she's, I get the name, I get you want to bring publicity to your brand, but she's got 12 titles now, so you're not going to be able to. And that could be the whole thing. I mean, Chris, you did the money sign. I mean, I get it, but I just, I guess I get it, but I don't get it because it's just like, okay, you just now put your title on her who's going to be traveling around, so who knows when she's going to make it back to defend the title or, I mean, good for her. I mean, she's definitely getting out there. She's doing business for herself. It's just, I guess it's just getting ridiculous that every time she fights somewhere, she's getting a title. I mean, it's kind of like Oprah. Here's a title for you. Here's a title for you. So
She's like Tom Brady of wrestling,
yeah,
winning all
her winning all the titles is stupid, as she's not going to drop them. And that's the whole thing too, Thomas. I mean, sooner or later, the promotions be like, okay, we got to get the title off of you. What's it going to take? I mean, it's going to be more money to take it off of her. So, you know, yeah, Ultimate Dragon. He had all those titles.
But at the same time too, it's like, oh, now you're you're putting this promotion on the map. You're putting this promotion on the map. You're making a name in a way. It's like, I never heard of that promotion. I never heard of them.
No, and I get that part, and that's that's what the promotion is doing. Is they're putting their eggs, all their eggs in a bucket there, and hopefully it does bring them, some viewers and stuff like that. But again, I mean, how often is she going to be able to go to each one of these promotions and defend these titles and stay healthy? I mean, you got to think. I mean, 12 promotions all over the country, world.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas. I mean, yes and no. I mean, because I think a lot of people are now watching or looking at YouTube and trying to find out, okay, when does she wrestle for this promotion again? And when does she wrestle for this promotion? When is she going to drop title? Oh, she just won another title, so now we got to follow this one. So,
you might be able to view it. Can I watch highlights?
Yeah.
Is there a way to catch it? At least that match.
Yeah, because I mean, here in Minnesota, MAW they put the tape titles on Joe Henry when he was popular. Of course, he could come and defend him, so they had to find a way to take him off of him, and they finally did. Mickey Lee, who's part of TNA, is their women's champ too, and she'll be coming back to town defending her title for the first or second time in a year. So you're banking on a lot to put these titles on people that are in other promotions to get them to come back. So, I mean, again, props to her for putting her name out there, going in for business for herself, getting the paydays, getting the titles. Hopefully that the promotions itself is getting a little kickback too on viewership and stuff like that.
I wish what they would do with those titles is, something similar to what WWE does with the ID programs, is that they have like certain promotions WWE works with, and the ID talent can, travel to those promotions and win the titles and defend the title, and kind of. I wish something like that. AEW could do something like that where, yeah, she's under AEW contract, but hey, you won those titles, you have to go to defend them.
Yeah. Yeah, and maybe that's something AEW is trying to work out somehow. So
It'd be cool if there is like a, we'll say a gauntlet match for every competitor or every challenger. She loses that match, she loses the belt. You have to win the match to keep the belt, but it's a gauntlet match.
yeah.
It'd be different.
Yeah, it would be. I mean, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, AEW's probably trying. I mean, and also too, with her being part of AEW, it helps them too with viewership. You would think too that she's bringing viewers. But again, you're a big promotion, AEW. People either watch it or they don't. So
Yeah. Yeah, Thomas is saying the ID program is a joke too.
Yeah. So,
A little
but
bit.
to wrap it up here, before we get to some sad news, November 1st, right around the corner. Can't wait. Local wrestling, Mid All Star Wrestling, Midwest All Star Wrestling. I'm sorry. MAW's having their big show, Grand Slam. Myself, Kevin Cherry will be there, meeting and whining and dining with some of the celebs. Carlito's going to be there. Carlito's going to be there. Isla Dawn's going to be there. The Great Muda, Adam Bomb, Gene Snitsky's going to be there. Top Flight are going to be there. I'm trying to think of who else off the top of my head. Sonny Ono's going to be there. I know I'm missing one. Tajiri is going to be there, and I know they kind of rumored or kind of threw it out there, little cliffhanger. Stay tuned. There's still more to come, so we'll see if they cross the T's and dot the I's with some other ones. But that's the meet and greet. The program itself should be, a great match. I'll try to get some footage and share it if I can. But yeah, it'll be a good one on November 1st. Then of course, November 13th, I believe it is. NXT's coming to Minnesota, so we will be in the stands for that one. Very, very close to the ring on that one. So can't wait for that.
And did you see I put in the chat or
Yep.
that Natalia is going to be in Minnesota?
Yeah, I'm busy that day. Yeah, she's going to be at the Mall America doing a book signing. So get out there, support her, buy her book. But little sadder news today, especially for us older guys that watch wrestling in the 90s, mid 90s. Mo from Men on a Mission was battling with some health issues. A few weeks ago, I think I started seeing the post, and then today found out that he lost his battle, passed away today. So rest in peace, Sir Mo. My prayers, thoughts go out to his family, his friends, fellow colleagues. It was fun to watch those guys do their thing in the ring. So, but that's to his family.
Yeah, it's definitely sad, and anybody goes through health issues, whether you're younger, older, it's no fun, and for the wrestling community and all of his fans, and especially his family and friends, it's going to be a huge loss, and it's never.
Yeah, before we go, Thomas is commenting about Killer Cross. I want to meet that guy. I think he does a heck of a job himself promoting all his stuff. Definitely would be one guy I'd like to see come up here to Minnesota. Him, so
Maybe they will.
Yeah, maybe money talks. So,
well, not only that, but they got. Well, I don't know if they really do, but they got free time.
Yeah. Yep, they sure do. So, all right. So I'm out of thoughts. So
Yeah,
check
I don't
us
have any
out.
more.
Yeah, keep watching us on C2C here tomorrow. Or not tomorrow. Today is Monday, so Wednesday. Rankin will be back. Me and Tim will, rank some fun topics, and then of course Primetime Blitz will be on in the evening. We'll go over our Week 7 picks. Predict Week 8 and any big news on the football season.
Yeah, definitely news on that. 2 games are, we're going on today, and I think this is the final time that it's gonna happen, allegedly. So
Yeah, I don't.
we'll
I don't
see.
like two Monday night games.
I don't either. It's like
But,
I want to watch one game, but I can't see the other, and especially if it's
yeah.
coming on Raw or something else, and
Yep.
I don't know.
So
But yeah, just stay tuned with Coast to Coast. A new show's coming out Friday. We kind of previewed it, me and J Mac, last week, and it's gonna be premiering this week, I believe. I can't remember the time, but it will be Friday.
all right. Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that and all of our other great shows here on Coast to Coast, and we will definitely be back for another edition of Between the Ropes, kind of recapping what went down in Halloween Havoc, Raw, anything important going on SmackDown. Uh, we'll do that. So, with that, hope everyone has a great evening. And Thomas is saying that Mike Evans broke his
Ooh,
collarbone.
that's not good.
We're happy you
So,
can join us, Thomas. Um, so with that, we'll definitely be talking about the Mike Evans thing, and just hope everyone has a great evening, great week.
yeah, have a good one, guys.